Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. And today, as you can see, we are delving right back into the world of Minecraft to continue one of my favourite things that I've ever done, which is building a Taylor Swift house for every era. Now, we are starting off with Fearless today, and I must say, I have already recorded a Fearless video before. However, I did lose the footage to that because my replay mod got corrupted, so I had to start from scratch, and quite honestly, this one is such a better improvement to the last one. But that is just my opinion. Um, Now, another thing about this video is the beginning of it, I lost the footage for the starting parts of the house. However, it's not a lot. It's the base and some of the walls. Um, the walls aren't built too high yet, so it's absolutely fine. Um, a lot of the major detail is still yet to be done. So this one is shorter than the last one. However, it's still a great video. So yeah, if you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Um, and yeah, I think it's probably best if we just jump right into it, shall we? So as you can see, we're starting off with already quite a lot built, and it's going to go fast because I'm still getting used to the replay mod. However, you can see we have a nice yellow terracotta with some quartz, and we're using birch to accent it. We can see we're doing a wee terrace above, and we're adding some staircases on a wee porch outside. It's going to be lovely and cute. And we're just building up the walls at the moment. Um, I wanted it to be quite a big house. I wanted it to be extravagant because the vibe that I get from Fearless is very classy. It's definitely still in her country era. However, I was going off of the vibe of Love Story and White Horse and all of these very intricately detailed songs that gave some romance and grandeur to it. As you can see, we're doing a quartz trim for the roof, and the birch is going to be accented in the roof as well. I've done glass at the front of this wee window section. This is going to be our main front door. I just wanted it to be an open, airy feel. I want it to feel very welcoming, because that's how I view Taylor Swift's music. It's not stuck to a specific amount of people. She likes to make it accessible to everyone, and that's just one of the reasons that I love Taylor Swift. Now, as you can see, I'm going in with just a triangular shape here. However, I did decide that I wanted to make it more extravagant and give it a bit more of a country feel and rustic feel because I felt like the pointedness was too clean and I didn't really like that, and I wanted some asymmetry while also keeping it symmetrical. So we're keeping the triangle in the center, but we're going with these lovely sort of triangular arches over the left and right hand side of the building. And I'm just building up with my birch wood again to create, some layers and some depth to the build. Now, I think this album I listened to when Fearless Taylor's version came out because originally I was not a big Swiftie. Wow, shocker. Um, but over the past few years and listening to the Taylor's versions, listening to all of her music, I've grown really attached to Taylor Swift, and it's honestly become one of my favourite things in the world, and she means so much to me personally. The Eras tour this year I saw in Edinburgh. It was amazing. I was part of the crowd that heard Crazier live for the very first time, which I must say was just astounding to hear. I was crying, screaming, crying, throwing up, and I was just having the time of my life with my friends. And it's definitely now part of our core memories. As you can see here, we are now heading inside of the house, filling in the flooring, opening up some windows to give it some nice natural lighting. I'm gonna go birch, very light themed. I don't want to go too dark. I will lean into dark when I get to the decorating, but I want to keep it very light, very airy, not too cramped, but also keep it very a homey feel. So I originally went in with the birch planks, however now we're going in with the slabs in order to make it feel like the ceilings are higher when you're on the bottom floor, just because a higher ceiling, it just makes it feel safer and nicer. So we're going in adding some staircases because of course you're going to need to get downstairs somehow. Um, and then as you can see here, I'm adding a wee glass fence just because I don't want to block everything off. I want still an open plan feel. I want everything to feel very light and airy, as I keep repeating. Anyway, go back to the outside and then fill in the windows with a light grey glass because I feel like it's less, what's the word? It's not as in your face as the white glass or the regular glass. It's not as like hard hitting because they have very harsh lines. So I wanted to go with grey because it's a lot softer. It makes it seem more homey. And we want to go with a homey vibe because despite this being a very grandiose build, I still want that sense of home and comfort. And I think we do get that here. Now, as you can see, we're adding in some siding to the house. We're adding in those wee shutters. We're using a mix of both the birch and the oak trapdoors in order to create that wee effect. And then, as we can see here, I am putting wee planters in because I feel like planters just give a different vibe to a house. Adding some lovely plants just creates a nicer natural feel, and it also just adds a pop of colour that you might not have been getting from anywhere else. And then I go around to the outside and add in some leaves. And then I tried to add in some leaves here, but I decided I just wanted to keep it simple. So we scrapped that. So we went back inside, and here we start with the bedroom. And now you'll be able to see that I'm using some mods here. Now, I can't remember specifically what mod I am using, however, it's a furniture mod. It doesn't add too much, but it adds some nice simple stuff like these stackable books and these beds that you can change the sheets on. And I just thought that they would be so cute. So we've got wee dressers and we've got some stackable books. And then I decided that this hallway could use a wee bookcase because love story, duh. So I added some more stackable books in there and a wee plant pot with some shelvings because I think the shelvings in the books are so cute. And then we put in some of the empty bookcases just to create that feel that these shelves are being used and that this house is lived in. And then went and changed some of the roof in order to make it feel less blocky and to add some more dimension because personally I really hate it when you just leave the blocks in the roof. However, if that is your style, you are more than welcome to do that. I am not one to judge anyone's builds. My builds are not perfect, and neither are yours. We're all growing and learning together. I then went and added in some hanging lanterns because I thought they'd look cuter than just like torches around because, quite honestly, as good as the Minecraft torch is, our holy saviour, I preferred lanterns because they just, again, add more class, make it look more dignified, and I just think it's incredibly adorable. I then went in and added some carpet on the bottom. I created an orange, yellow, and white kind of just combination. It's scattered, it's random, but it looks really nice and adds, and again, that pop of colour. I then went in and thought that some of the walls looked bare, so I added some paintings as well in order to just bring everything a bit closer together. Then over by this staircase, I just wanted to add a simple table and decided to scatter some gems, books, and all that sort across it, just for that wee bit of decoration. Heading on downstairs, following myself, I'm adding in a little chest room because I'd still like this to be used in survival, and I think that that would be really helpful just to have hidden away in a wee nook. Now we're going in with some couches, which I dyed yellow, of course. And then we added in some wee side tables that I then added a little cup and some saucers on, and then added some paintings because, again, it was a bit boring. After that, I added in some more lanterns, and I did, however, add in some torches because from slabs you obviously can't hang lanterns, so there's no way I was going to do that. And now we're going on to the kitchen. Now, this mod has lovely countertops. It even has an oven and an oven hood, so I added that in. And then I was messing around with some of these pillars, and I decided against that. And I just went with a little kitchen island with a little cup and saucer, a jar of jam, put in the essential crafting table, and also a blast furnace. And then added a smoker underneath the oven in order for it to look as though the oven was on. And it looks really cute. And I love the little cozy vibe you get from this wee. Now, moving onto this hallway, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, but instead I just decided to add some paintings and keep it simple, because sometimes simple is the way forward. We don't want it to be too busy. Except over here, where I decided I wanted a little library. So I went in, added some cushions, added a wee bay window seat, filled the place with bookshelves, added some little plants in pots, added another shelf with these modded flowers from the Biomes of Plenty mod, and it is gorgeous. And then we created another little mismatched pattern carpet here. And then we headed back over to the kitchen where we added in some extra storage. And then we decided to change the floor to that lovely black and white pattern. Now you might not get to see that because of the camera, but it's taking you to other important places, don't you worry. I realised that I'd forgotten about this stairway, so I decided to add in a little potted plant with these custom vases with some lovely flowery oak leaves. Then I realised that the sides of the house looked a bit bland, so I went in with these little overhangs just to create again that sense of depth, as well as just add a bit more colour to these very barren walls. So I went round, added in all the shutters, added in some more of those little overhangs, and then I was like, I've neglected this. So I decided to add in again a lovely signature detail of mine, the flower pots. So we added in a lovely combination of things, and then eventually the entire of the house was covered in these little plant pots, and I just think it's so cute. Then I went around the outside of the house and just added in these lovely flowering oak leaves again, just to add again that touch of nature that I think the house desperately needed. I then went through it with the I think they're the autumnal maple leaves, if I'm not mistaken, just to give that again pop of colour. I then decided the front was getting neglected a bit too much, so I went in with a wee path, added some more of those wee bushes, and then decided to sprinkle in a couple of flowers as well, in order to just make it look that much nicer. And that was the end of that. So as you can see here, we have the astoundingly beautiful Fearless house. Now, this house took approximately maybe 3-4 hours maybe to build. It wasn't too long. However, the mess that I had at the beginning with the recording and messing around with the replay mod, it was quite ridiculous. However, we got it sorted, and you guys did get to see the finished outcome and the majority of the building and decorating of this beautiful house. I think I did Fearless justice. However, I think that's up for you to decide. So if you did enjoy watching me build the Fearless house in Minecraft, please let me know, because I would very much like to know your opinion. I will be releasing another one of these. I think you can guess what album's coming next. But hopefully you're proud of what I've given to you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a big like and subscribe. It very much helps out the channel. Yeah, I suppose we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.